This is the big question. Um, and I wish I had a good answer for you. And you're going to hear things like just be yourself. Do what you want to do and don't worry about anything else. Those are great. Those are great advice. Um, I'll tell you the advice that I heard that kind of got me to stick with it because I had that initial like I got a viewer, um, but sticking with it with one viewer isn't going to do it. And the thing that kind of got me through was I heard a thing about like don't worry about your first 100 videos because no one's going to watch them anyway. And that helped a lot actually because you go into it thinking like, is my camera good? Am I acting normal? Am I being an idiot? um, but it doesn't matter. No one's watching it anyway, so don't worry about it and kind of learn how to be comfortable with your voice because you're gonna not like how your voice sounds, and just get comfortable sitting in a room talking to yourself. Um, and by the time you get to about video 100, then you got a kind of a thing down, and I think at that point that's when you can start going into the next step. And I think my advice for the biggest advice for the successful YouTube channel is you got to promote it. Um, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, and you're not going to get found unless you find some way of getting your name out there. What I did, I discovered early on that the way YouTube works is when you watch somebody's video, whether you like it or not, the next day you come in there and there's more videos from that person, and there's more videos, and for like a week you're going to get videos from that person that keep popping up on your homepage. So I knew that if I could just get my one video thrown in there, so then it'd start kind of sprinkling in. And so what I did is I got kind of invested into various communities. And this is also where I kind of discovered indie games. Is my source early on was Reddit, and so I'd go to the different subreddits of the indie games. The bigger ones would kick you out quick, no promotion, none of that. And a lot of them I know have cracked down on that quite a bit. But like a smaller indie game that has a couple dozen people in there, um, they will gladly take anything they can get into their subreddit. And so I would do that, and I'd find a few of those. I'd play a game from some unknown game, and I'd toss my video up there. I wouldn't just like spam it out there. I would like become a part of that subreddit and respond and try to get involved in there. And slowly but surely, even if there's only like let's say 24 people in that subreddit, you get 5 of them to come to your video. When you only got one viewer normally, you got 5 more have just come in. And I did that with like the original XCOM, and then eventually with Dwarf Fortress, which is a big thing now, but back then it wasn't as quite as big. And kind of slowly got a little bit of a following early on, and having that, even if it was such a small group, but having that small group of folks that are going to come back and watch is a huge thing. And by sharing things on Reddit, people are going to come in, and if they do click on your video, then that tells YouTube that. I guess it tells YouTube that they want to see more of you, and so more of your videos pop up, and so slowly but surely, it kind of will start to grow. I never had any big videos that just took off. It's always just kind of been kind of a slow and steady thing through the 8 years, and I think that's why. But that's my advice. You have to promote, because if you don't, you're just gonna get lost in a sea of all of us trying to do the same thing.